Also, what if he was still showering? Sir, this is unacceptable.
That's what makes him so slippery.
So everything is synced, and as soon as you...
You ready?
Yes.
Excited?
Okay.
That looks pretty already. Yay!
Nice.
Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
Ando the spy.
Japanese!
Yes. Nice. Ooh. He got them Nikes on.
That was smooth.
So it's a commercial. What do you think it's a commercial for?
I'm always trying to read the Japanese, but it's too fast.
Oh, the 3D. Holy shit, what was that transition though?
Good question. Cool shoes. Is it Nike shoes?
Maybe
Since
it's
he's
shoes.
wearing
There's
them.
way too many shots on the shoes.
What is going on? Yeah, what the hell? I'm so confused right now.
How did they get to Egypt so fast? What the fuck?
Well, all over the world.
Paris.
What the hell? This must be an ad or something.
Maybe. Oh, is it for like a... Oh my god, no way.
Is it like Head and Shoulders or something?
Oh, is it an ad?
No fucking way.
Yes!
Well, not stupid, I
Awesome.
guess, but...
That's a nice bottle design though. Ours don't look as nice.
No way.
Thank you.
Head and Shoulders.
And it's so much effort for a shampoo, but thank you. It was worth it.
Honestly.
This is a Head and Shoulders ad for the Japanese market. It's animated by Wiz, a French studio from Paris, and produced by PsyOps / Blacklist. It's a 2.5D project that features 2D animation with 3D elements and very realistic backgrounds. The commercial first launched in Japan in April, and it has been received well by audiences.
And is it always the French? Statistically speaking, France has the highest number of like manga readers and buyers.
Yes.
And anime consumers. They're just a bunch of fucking weebs. Moral of the story, if you want anime, just go to France.
It's also been received well by me.
Yeah,
And you.
too. I just want to concentrate on the first frame because you said that the backgrounds are 3D, but they still look really, really good. The compositing is done very well.
I think the first time I watched it I did not notice, but now I focus a bit more on the backgrounds and they are really, really realistic.
Yeah, the animation is very snappy.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of in-betweens going on there, especially like in the run scene.
Like
Yeah, I mean, look at that switch from like here to here, that's like nothing.
They're all on 3s, but they don't change in the same frame, so it feels more fluent. Do you see the guy who's losing his hat and then catching it again? So many people won't know this because they're not like watching this video frame by frame.
Again, 3s.
Hondo!
Good luck with that, Takashi.
It doesn't look like a Takashi to me.
No, right? He doesn't look like an Ando.
Yeah, they should
He
have
looks more like a
switched
Takashi than an Ando.
it. Yeah.
If you can catch the action, you can leave it on 3s or 2s, but if it's really fast or like just a short sequence, maybe you would do it on 1s. I think running is similar to a normal walk cycle. We all learn about walk cycles and run cycles the same, like we have just those different poses and you go through them.
The background is very textured, right? It really had this like photorealistic, almost like better than real life feelings. And the shoe, I mean, you don't see it for a long time, but it really looks flat.
Yeah, it does still have some shadows. I can props to that.
This scene immediately gives me
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man vibes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's jumping.
To like the freeze.
Yes.
Just to take the time to introduce the character when we've been screaming his name the whole time.
Ando!
That slide though.
This
Yeah,
one is
that's
like,
amazing.
he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
There's so much effort to make him look cool.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
basically this is just a turnaround, like, of the legs, right?
If you look at it, I think like from the position where it is on a screen,
Yes.
it's like very much on place and then you kind of
Yes.
just move the background.
It looks really
Yeah.
well done with very little effort, like because there's not a lot of individually drawn frames, and it's not crazy perspective or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, he's also sliding. He's going in this
yeah.
direction all the time. To like make it visually more appealing and that it makes more sense watching it, you kind of decide on the direction that the character is going, even if he's like changing the path, but he's still always going from left to right, like flying. That's really beautiful, because it would be like kind of confusing or irritating if he's suddenly going from right to left but not changing his mind or something. But that's also interesting. In Japan, you read from right to left.
But it's a French studio.
Oh, true. Yeah, okay. We're like trained subconsciously to like go from left to right, right? In Western civilization, whatever. But in Japan, you read from right to left, or I guess you go like this more than like this.
What's the hardest about this is the timing, right? It needs to hit that comedic mark.
I feel like they probably like tested a lot of this already in the animatic. So an animatic is basically a moving storyboard to get a feel for like how everything is like timed, and it's basically your movie in a rough cut.
What's important is what cuts are in it and how's the timing. I think that's what's most important. The drawings don't need to be fancy or anything.
Ah, see, foreshadowing.
Oh.
He has this, but you might think it's rubble from
Yeah, or
something.
like just like dust
yeah,
or
it's like, I'm
something.
cool, but no.
What they do like through all of this is this blur. This part is like very sharp because
Right.
that's where the action happens, and then all of this stuff here is blurred.
It draws your
Eyes
attention.
are not just because of the action or because that's where the highest contrast is, but also because of the blur.
I think it also gives it a more realistic feel, because if you're in live action, we will have a specific part that it's like very much in focus.
The camera moves. It almost feels like it's a handheld camera, like, but that also gives a sense of urgency and like reality.
I think that's like 2.5D is like super useful for that kind of stuff, because you can plan these complex camera movements beforehand, and then you already know how to like adjust it to your drawings.
Yeah, I mean, the editing is really cool too.
Yeah. I think the editing really helps to not make you fixate on the background too much.
The
both.
pyramid one, that was really crazy. Like he runs and
Because they are
it
cutting
blends
into the motion. It's crazy though how realistic the 3D backgrounds are. Like, look how realistic those trees are.
Yeah.
Holy shit. How is he still alive?
For me, the house looks painted, but the trees don't.
But like the ship, like the boats and the water looks like a photograph somehow.
Yes.
Oh no!
It's a little blurry though,
Yeah.
so
Maybe
it
that
could also
helps.
just be a good illustration.
That's true.
Or live action, like just a picture that they manipulated.
Maybe. They just photo
be-
bashed it.
But also, here, the door opens before he smashes into it. Door! Open! Whoop, do it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably just for clarity though.
It's very fluid. The whole style reminds me a bit of Japanese animation, like anime, but the animation itself is more Western oriented. It's just more organic, the whole thing. Even this part that is basically still, it's animated frame by frame, so they drew over it all the time.
And also the movement of his hands, and it's just so natural and smooth. I'm obsessed.
I think there's like this the secondary action of the hands moving. While
Yeah,
the head
definitely.
Is like,
Yeah, the
that's also
acting is very
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Something that like makes the difference between like TV animation, which tends to just be very cheap, and good juicy animation is the jaw motion.
My first impression is that it's a higher standard of lip sync than you would
Definitely.
typically see in like
Anime.
they usually move just the mouth, and here you can see that they're adjusting the jaw up and down.
First, you need the audio.
You kind of decide on the shapes of the mouth depending on the style that you're using to make the most important sounds. It would be like vowels or like different consonants.
Usually they will look for the biggest like vocal groups and then kind of mush that together, so you don't have
Yes.
to like animate
Otherwise, it would
all
be
of
too
the
much
sounds.
because then you would have to animate everything on ones.
Yeah, and that would be insane. Yeah.
We don't do that
Ain't
here.
nobody got time for that.
Whenever you have a sound that goes to open, like this one, you don't in between it, so it just pops. When it gets smaller, when it's closed, you should in between it.
I guess before you do the lip sync, you need the rest of the animation first. Like when you have the audio, you decide about the acting, because you can't do the mouth before you have the head shape.
You use a mirror usually, and then you can like act it all out and look at yourself, because it's not just a mouth, right? It's like the whole body.
Yeah, just look at this. There are so many individually drawn frames just
Yeah.
for the mouth. So it really does feel like he's actually speaking. And as you said, the entire face moves with the mouth. It makes the character's face super organic and gives him more character.
But also in anime, they tend to record the voices after they've done the animation. Often there's not as much lip sync.
I love doing it because it's so much fun. Like the acting.
Yeah.
I think I look more at faces, so I know how faces move, rather than like how my arms move or my legs.
One thing I really like is that when he blinks here, it's like one eye, the other eye. If you watch it in real time, it just looks very
more fluid.
smooth.
This expression. I love this. He's like,
Like his cheek
my
is
neck
back
can't.
here.
Yeah, my neck couldn't go that far.
They always do that in like anime, but it's such a weird way to turn your head. It's not a very natural angle. If I'm looking over my shoulder like this, I'm just going to break my fucking neck.
I mean, homie does not have a neck anymore. His chin is down here, and then it goes into a more natural position, like behind the shoulder. One hell of an overshoot.
It's really nice that they use animation like this as advertisement, because it's smart. I feel like that's not something that you see a lot of when you're just turning on the TV.
It really makes you remember them. Now I'm like, oh, Head and Shoulders, they did a cool commercial.
I just wish we had these nice bottle designs here. Look at them. Damn, look at that.
Shiny.
So shiny.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, it's just a very nice way to advertise your product. It's so much better than just having a commercial with like, you have dandruff, buy your shampoo.
Oh, this bottle. Okay, it's a good advertisement because I'm so excited by the product. It's very well done.
Also, what if he was still showering? Sir, this is unacceptable.
That's what makes him so slippery.
I like the glass that's sliding in, and then it has a message. Like, I love that relationship between the spy and the one who's chasing the spy, whether it's in this case a detective or another baddie or the good guy or whomst.
Yeah, it's similar in like the Lupin
Yes,
animations. Yeah.
Yes, I love me some enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for acting.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us.